Hi, I'm Jay Seville, owner of JustNewListings.com Realty. I branched off from RE/MAX a year ago and brought my team with me to open my own company. Things have been going pretty well, 38 transactions last year. I wanted to give you a big update on the Great Falls, Virginia real estate market. It's been a few months since I looked at it this in depth for you, and I'm going to try and do better each week with a short video blog on the new listings coming out, etc. I think this home right here epitomizes what Great Falls, Virginia is all about. Some of the most beautiful homes in the country, period. But because it's an upper end niche market, especially when you get past $2 million, it's different. Often it's upside down compared to the rest of the market in terms of its trends. So it's really important that you have somewhat cynical, skeptical, aggressive buyer agents on your side when you examine Great Falls, Virginia real estate, because there's just a lot more dollars at stake, period. So let's look at the latest and greatest, some pretty interesting info, and it just confirms things that I told my clients in the past whom I showed property to in Great Falls. Number one, inventory is down a little bit, only about 10% from a year ago. Not that big of a deal. We'll just move on from there. What is a little more interesting is right here is new pending contracts are up versus a year ago. In January you had 20 new contracts versus 12, and then just recently in February you have 20 versus 13. So generally we seem to have a very significant increase in the number of new contracts in Great Falls, Virginia. And that begs the question, why? Well, as I've blogged before and said to clients before, Great Falls, Virginia was really behind the curve in terms of sellers realizing how overpriced the property was. But they've really sort of caught up finally with the market and are pricing their homes more realistically, and I think that's having an impact. You get the median real estate prices for Great Falls. You go back to April 09, 1.59 million. You come down to here, April 11, and you get 1.38. So prices have come down about 15%. And I think now that makes it easier for new buyers to move forward buying the homes. Another trend I see is that, and you've heard about it nationally, you've heard sort of stories in the news, people are buying smaller homes now. Well, is that true locally? Because any of these national real estate stories you hear, they're almost worthless, they mean nothing, because real estate is inherently hyper-local. Price trends, days on market trends, size of home trends, everything is very hyper-local, from county to county, from zip code to zip code. So national real estate stories are almost completely irrelevant to what we're doing right here. And as you see here, median square footage for Great Falls has gone from 6,100 square feet down to 4,900 square feet. Now that's a pretty big decrease in median square footage for the homes. That's about 20%. So that would explain also why the median price is going down. People are choosing to buy smaller homes now, it appears. And then that takes us to the next interesting stat I just found, and that is the median baths per home of Great Falls for these homes that are selling has gone from 5 down to 4 in the last year, after having been at 5 for a couple of years. So people are buying smaller homes. I think that's an interesting trend. And that's about it for today. I'm going to save the new listings that came on the market for a separate blog post. But the big picture is prices are down, people are buying smaller homes, and I think that is a reason why there's been an uptick in the new homes in contracts. Number of homes under contract has gone up dramatically this year, almost, at least 50% higher compared to the previous first 2 months of the year. So a lot more homes are going under contract now, and maybe that's because people are buying less expensive homes and the prices have come down. So there you go. I hope that's an interesting frame of reference for you. One thing's for sure, each home you look at, it's case by case. If you find a home you like, that I showed to you. We're going to look at the numbers on it, break it down, and come up with the most aggressive price you can offer on this home and still get a counter offer back from the seller. Another thing we're going to do is make a video email making our presentation using graphs and showing why their home is overpriced, even if it's not overpriced. We're going to make a very good presentation by video email about why this home is overpriced and why they need to come down to this price. And we will send that video. In most cases, it ends up right in front of the seller. So it's like us being able to negotiate with the seller directly and bypassing the listing agent in some ways. But I guess that's a whole nother blog post as well, that terms of video negotiating strategy, which is on the cutting edge of real estate, and I've found it so helpful to helping, knock some sense into the sellers and getting them to come to terms with my buyers. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.